The tension is high. I feel some sibling rivalry going on out here in James Island this morning. Hi, it is Rob and Liz. We are a part of the best summer ever trip to James Island this morning because at this parking lot of Bojangles, we're giving away the best summer ever trip, getting people signed up for the trip to Orlando and Universal. That's courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. Very easy to find us. We're in the parking lot of Bojangles, James Island, Folly Road. That's right across the street from Citizens Bank. Next to us is the Dunkin'. Okay, tell me your names.
Lucy. Cammy.
I'm Mom, Rebecca. Oh, you gave your sister's name. I have a feeling that you're twins.
We are.
Who was born first? Okay, so you're the older sister. What's it like being the oldest sister out of twins?
Well, not great, but it's fine.
Why?
Well, I have more responsibilities.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
How much older are you?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's a lot of responsibility.
I don't like being the youngest because I get pushed around a lot.
Really?
Is someone 5 minutes older than you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And my responsibility is waking her up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do that, she always falls asleep and she never gets back. Sleeping is good for you.
It is good for you.
I'm with you, Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the routine? How do you get her up in the morning?
Okay, so I set an alarm for about 6:10 normally, and then I go to wake her up, and then sometimes when I go to wake her up, she just falls back asleep, and then I have to turn the light on and shake her out of the bed. I go, good morning, it's time to get up, and then she'll get up, and then she'll go back to sleep.
And that's such a nice way to wake up.
And then I start.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling you're getting ready to go off to VBS. We don't want to make you late. So since we have the Fun Patrol here, go on over there. Get signed up to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal Studios. Okay, we're here until 9 this morning. Parking lot of Bojangles, James Island, Folly Road. Easy to find us because right across the way there's a Citizens Bank. Next to us is a Dunkin', and you signing up to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Oh, look at this big family. This is Madison, Peyton, and Ben. You're all off to go to VBS this morning. It's Rob and Liz in the morning. This is His Radio, courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. It's the best summer ever and a trip that somebody's going to win to go to Universal Studios Orlando. And we're signing up people this morning in this parking lot of Bojangles. This Bojangles is in James Island, Folly Road, across from Citizens Bank and next to Dunkin'. Okay, Madison, you have something in your hand you're getting ready to give to Mama Liz. What is that?
These are bracelets that my dad made for the men's ministry, and he wanted me to give you one. And Rob, I got one for you too.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Madison, that is so sweet that you did that this morning. What grade are you in?
Third.
Who's with you this morning?
My dad and my brother.
How you feeling this morning, buddy?
He steps away from the mic.
I know, right?
So, tell me what's on the bracelets.
It's a verse. Yep, James 1:19. Slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger.
So
What's your dad's name?
Ben.
Ben. Hey, how you doing, Ben?
Good.
I'm glad you stopped on by today.
Yep. Thank y'all for being here.
And the bracelets. Tell me about these with your men's ministry.
It's been on my heart for a long time that people are quick to say things that they shouldn't, especially in 2023, right? And so for a challenge for all of us, we made these bracelets just to keep honest. And I will tell you, as a dear pastor friend of mine said, when you put it on, be ready for the challenge.
Come on now.
I mean, because it's unreal. But it's been such a blessing to be part of this group. So,
yeah, and that they know the reason behind the bracelets in the ministry as well.
They do, yes, they do.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by this morning with the kids.
Absolutely. So, but thank y'all for being here.
Oh, well, thank you for coming and have an amazing Father's Day weekend with your family. I have a feeling you've got a good one that's coming up. Oh, Ben, and get everybody over to the Fun Patrol over here. We're going to sign you up to win the best summer ever and that trip to Orlando Universal. That'd be a cool Father's Day gift, huh? We're at the parking lot of Bojangles this morning. You can stop by, too, if you're in the area. James Island, parking lot, Bojangles, Folly Road. Citizens Bank is across the street, and we're right next to the Dunkin'.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Johnny just stopped by. Wait till you hear what he's going to be doing this morning. Hi, it's Rob and Liz. It's the best summer ever on the road at Bojangles parking lot, and people are getting signed up to win this morning in James Island, the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal. That's courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. We're in the parking lot of Bojangles on James Island, right on Folly Road, next to the Dunkin'. Easy to find us. Okay, Johnny, you have to tell us, what are you doing this morning?
Building a discount tire.
Are you really?
I'm running a little bit late. Sorry, boss.
That's okay. We'll give you a pass this morning.
Yes, sir.
Just be a little late.
I listen to y'all every morning, man. Y'all inspirational and awesome.
That means so much. We're so grateful. It sounds like you take us right in there with you when you're doing all the electricity.
Oh, yes, sir. It's listening on my little speaker at work all the time.
That's so good.
You got a team with you that you work with?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I got like a crew.
Yeah. And
And,
you got them listening to it too.
Yeah, whether they want to or not.
Isn't that the way to do it?
Yeah.
They hear me talk about the Lord all the time anyway, so they kind of got used to it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That you just live it out in front of people.
Well, when my father died, I turned into a bad alcoholic. And I had gotten to the point where I couldn't function without alcohol, with sweats and shakes and all. And I asked God to take it from me. And he took the taste away from me. I ended up, I didn't do nothing on my own for 6 months. And so God took it in his hands, and I ended up with 6 ulcers, busted, and I had to go to the hospital. But he gave me a doctor that knew that I was an alcoholic because I was going through DTs. The doctor said, "You're an alcoholic. I'll put you to sleep for 6 days. The physical part will be done, and then it'll be up to you." When I woke up, God had took the taste away from me. I hadn't had nothing to drink in like 5 years.
Oh my God.
Look at you
And
go.
Been back to Christ ever since.
Let me
As a
tell-
Southern country boy, you know, we grew up in church, but got away from it when we could, and come back, man. His yoke is easy and his burden's light. No more weight, no more worries.
Johnny, it is awesome to meet you this morning.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Johnny.
And before you get into your work truck to go build that discount tire, go over to the Fun Patrol. They're right here. We want to get you signed up to win the best summer ever trip to Universal Orlando. By the way, you can sign up too. We're in James Island, right in the parking lot of Bojangles, Folly Road. Liz and I will be here until 9, right across from Citizens Bank and next to the Dunkin'. It's the best summer ever.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
I love it. People are stopping by. They are signing up to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal Studios. That is courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. It's Rob and Liz. We are on the road with the best summer ever this morning, sending up people in this parking lot. It's Bojangles on James Island, Folly Road. Easy to find us next to the Dunkin', across from Citizens Bank. Okay, Anika is here. I hear you got big plans this summer.
I have a busy summer.
Oh,
you
what
doing?
makes it so busy?
I have a lot of vacations. I'm going to visit my grandparents.
Where do the grandparents live?
One lives in Tennessee, and then another one lives in Lake Wiley.
So what's it like going to Grandma and Grandpa's house?
When I went to my Nana's house in South Carolina, she let me eat a whole carton of ice cream
Oh,
in like
no.
3 days.
I'd be hanging out with Grandma, too.
And then in Tennessee, they have horses, and so we ride a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much
That
it.
is so good.
I drive the, what's it called? Yeah, the RTV.
They let you drive it? And how do your mom and dad feel about that?
I'm cool with it.
Okay,
I
My
would
mom's
be
cool
cool.
with it too.
we won't tell
Good.
mom, okay,
no,
right now?
not at all. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you have the best summer ever.
Thank you.
Yeah, just go over to the Fun Patrol. It's right there. We'll get you signed up to win that trip to Universal. Here until 9 o'clock this morning, parking lot Bojangles, James Island. That's on Folly Road, right across from Citizens Bank and next to the Dunkin'. We're here until 9 this morning.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
Jennifer stopped by with her family this morning in this parking lot in James Island at Bojangles. Hi, it's Rob and Liz in the morning. It's the best summer ever, giving away that trip to Universal Studios Orlando. And we're in this parking lot of Bojangles. It's on James Island and Folly Road, right across from Citizens Bank next to the Dunkin'. It's very easy to find us, courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University, for the best summer ever trip that's being given away. Jennifer, okay, you got your whole family here. Come here, young man. What are you getting ready to do today?
Swim in the pool a bunch.
What's your favorite thing to do in the pool? Do you just swim laps or you just sit there on a float?
Try and hold my breath for as long as I can.
Oh, well, how long do you hold it then?
I forgot.
I'm going to say a good 30 seconds.
Most likely not.
Yeah.
Okay. Most likely not.
No, because you have to come up for air. That's true. So what are some of the big plans for summer?
We just took our big trip.
Where'd you
last
go?
month. We went on a cruise, and
No,
so
where?
We saw the Bahamas and Haiti and Jamaica.
Really?
So
Haiti.
This summer's just some weekend trips, maybe Gatlinburg and hanging out at the house.
That'll be so good. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. Have the best summer ever.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome. Just step over there. That's the Fun Patrol. They'll get you signed up to win the best summer ever trip to Universal Studios Orlando. Very easy to find us today. You're in the parking lot of Bojangles on James Island Folly Road, right next to the Dunkin' and across from Citizens Bank.
You're listening to Rob and Liz in the morning.
His radio.
It is so great this morning to hear these God stories. I love it. And we're in a parking lot to boot, huh? It's Rob and Liz in the morning. Best summer ever, giving away that trip to Universal Studios Orlando. So people are stopping by this parking lot to get signed up to win. Bojangles parking lot on James Island. We're on Folly Road, right next to the Dunkin' and across the street from Citizens Bank here until 9 this morning. Okay, Emily, I hear God is doing something amazing for your family.
So our son Ethan was at a boys camp for 18 months for some behavior issues. And we stopped and y'all prayed over him. And God has healed him of everything that's been going on. And he's back in school today and he's back home with our family.
What's that feel like for you?
Just having him back in the house and knowing where he is every night under our roof and knowing that God took care of him while he was gone and that he put him in the hands that he needed to be in. And, you know, God led us to that camp, Fair Play Camp School, and we are so thankful for the men and women that work there, and it's just a miracle. It is.
And a lot of hard nights praying, right?
A lot of hard nights, a lot of crying, a lot of praying.
So good. I'm glad you all stopped by this morning.
Thank you.
Good to hear that update.
Thank you.
Just to hear God move, amazing, Emily. Thank you so much for sharing that. We're in the parking lot this morning of Bojangles on James Island. Best summer ever, courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University. We're here until 9, getting you signed up to win the Universal Orlando trip for the best summer ever. Folly Road, James Island parking lot, Bojangles. That's right across from Citizens Bank and next to Dunkin'.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Well, people getting an early start to the day today to get signed up to win in this parking lot the best summer ever trip to Universal Orlando. Hi, it's Rob and Liz in the morning, so we're on the road, James Island in the Bojangles parking lot. Very easy to find us on James Island. That's on Folly Road, across from Citizens Bank and next to Dunkin'. Okay, you look like you're a person who's on a mission right now.
I don't know, hoping to win the trip.
See?
She said Universal.
You know it, best summer ever.
Yeah.
So this is Mercedes, and Mercedes is always in contact.
I'm always on what you guys got going, and you know I appreciate all your everything that you're doing. You know, God gets the glory, so I appreciate it.
I'm so glad you stopped by today.
Yes, I'm happy to be here.
Yay!
I'm happy to meet you guys.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So
So we
good.
want to make it the best summer ever for you for the Universal trip then.
Yes.
So who would you take when you win?
I'm a mother of 5, so I have 3 boys and 2 girls.
Oh, come
You're
on.
a mother of 5. I'm sorry, I just elevated. I was like, you're a mother of 5?
Yes,
What?
yes. So they will be super excited.
I'm sure they will be.
Yes.
How old's the oldest?
11.
And then the youngest?
5.
Oh my.
Yes.
Well, you got little mamas and daddies to help with the 5-year-old.
Yes.
And you got Mama Liz to help with the 5-year-old as well. Thanks to Southern Wesleyan University, we're giving away this best summer ever trip to Universal Studios Orlando, and you can find us on the road this morning in James Island, right in the parking lot of this Bojangles Folly Road, across from Citizens Bank and right next to the Dunkin'. We're here until 9.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hi, it's Rob and Liz on the road this morning. We are signing up for people to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal. That's for a whole family, which I love that. So we're in this parking lot this morning, Bojangles on James Island and Folly Road. right across from Citizens Bank, next to the Dunkin' Donut. Best summer ever Universal Orlando trip is up for grabs, so we'll sign you up this morning when you stop on by to say hi in this parking lot of Bojangles. And Bree has stopped by. She's going to sign up for the best summer ever. What are you up to, Bree?
Try to get my book published.
What?
Tell us about your book.
I don't really know how to explain it, but the name of it is Kastabordet, which means in Swedish throwaway. It's about these two friends who find this puzzle on the side of a tree one day, and they get trapped in this alternate universe, and they're trying to like escape, and they're trapped in like their own minds.
I cannot wait to read this. When do you think you'll be done?
I'll probably be done by the end of summer.
And how long have you been working on it?
I've been working on it for about 3 weeks.
I can't wait to see the movie. Because once that book gets published, it's just going to take off.
Yeah, because Liz and I will star in it.
Don't worry. I'll put you guys in.
Awesome!
Well, let's get you signed up to win the best summer ever and the trip to Orlando and Universal Studios. I think they make movies out there. Parking lot, Bojangles, James Island, Folly Road. We're here until 9. That's across from Citizens Bank and next to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Best summer ever. It is here on James Island this morning. Rob and Liz on the road. Now, here's the thing. We're in James Island signing up people to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando and Universal Studios. That's courtesy of Southern Wesleyan University, and it's easy to find us with His Radio today. It's Rob and Liz, and we're in the parking lot of Bojangles on James Island. That's Folly Road. There's a Dunkin' next to us. Across the street, there's a Citizens Bank. Cooper is here as well as Mom's over at the Fun Patrol getting signed up to win the best summer ever trip to Orlando. And Cooper, your mom tells me you've got a big summer planned. What are you going to do?
Go to some camps and then go to see family.
Where do you go to see family?
Indiana and then Illinois.
Your favorite thing about summer, what is it?
Swimming pool.
Nice.
Have you learned like the crazy dives?
I'm working on diving, but I can swim.
I want to know how high your cannonball splash goes.
20 feet.
That's big, man. That's some cannonball action you got going on there.
Cannonball.
I feel like I need to duck because the big splash is going to come our way here in this parking lot of Bojangles. I'm glad you stopped by, Cooper, along with your mom. They just signed up with our Fun Patrol here in this parking lot of Bojangles to win the trip to Universal for the best summer ever. You can too because we're here until 9. Very easy to find us on Folly Road. We're in James Island, parking lot Bojangles, Folly Road. There's a Citizens Bank across the street, and next to us is a Dunkin'. The best summer ever's right here.